Hey guys, this is Chrissy here. Going ahead for I decided to try top 10 because my brother did it. There's so retro retro tracks will not be included as they aren't originally Mario Kart 8 tracks. So I guess let's continue with the top 10. Yeah, let's just continue with the top 10. All right, and the number 10 spot for this top 10 is I should know it. Wild Woods. Uh for this track you start off in anti-gravity mode. You up and then take a drift to the right. Missed my item there. And there's two paths to choose from. Technically, I think the right path is faster, but it's it's narrower, so it's easier to fall off. So then you continue onto like a wood and platform thingy. Then you go on, and you can also hear Shy Guys here. I guess mining or stuff. So there's that. Going to turn the volume up so you can hear it. Then you proceed down to this cave-like, I guess, thingy with water in it, and then go to leaf pads, and then there's a shortcut you can take with the Schwimmer star or anything that gives you, and basically, well, you know what I mean. Anyway, that's kind of it for this stage. I like how what makes it reach to this top 10, what makes it grab the list is, I don't really know. I kind of just, the music goes with the stage. I like the part right here, the water. And I kind of just think I kind of just think it's a pretty creative track, and it's a pretty creative track, I guess. I don't really have much more for this track, but alright, let's move on to number 9. Don't really have any more stuff to say here, so yeah, let's move on to number 9. Alright, so number 9 this top 10 is Hyrule Circuit. So yeah, I was actually kind of surprised to see this in the game, as Link isn't a Mario character in Mario Kart, but with that beside the point. You start off with a couple small turns, an item box, and a shortcut you could take if you save a mushroom or something. And then you go on another small turn, and you go on to glide, and then another turn with these ramp things, which if you hit all of them, a ramp will be. I'll show you the next lap. And then there's another shortcut you can take, either there or through those trees there, which can be taken 200cc. Which does not assume if it's on 200cc, like most of those shortcuts actually. But then again, I was actually kind of surprised to see this in here. So, because this isn't from Mario. This is from a different game series, Legend of Zelda. But anyways, now I'll go ahead and hit these barrels. Be careful not to miss them this time. And yeah, there's the ramp, and then the sword lights up. You can check off that. But yeah, I really like how they replaced the prawn plants with those other prawn plants from, I guess, Link version prawn plants. I've seen them in the Link game I played before, which is the first Link game I played, but yeah, there's that. But yeah, this is this is so that's some of the reasons why. Well, it's at number 9 spot in this list because I really like. I guess I just find it creative, just like the other one. But I like it how you glide into the castle, as in you don't start off in the castle or anything. I really like that ramp right there, and I especially like how the coins are now rubies, or diamonds, or whatever they are. I don't remember the name for those damn things. Never mind. But yeah, I think that was one of the best stuff. And then there's those bats and stuff. So yeah, I guess that's that's what that's what that's what brought this to number 9. On to number 8. And number 8 spot on this list, again, I was surprised to see it in here because it's not from this game. This time I know nothing about it. Instead of Zelda, I knew very little about Zelda, but Mute City takes number 8 on this list from F-Zero games, which all I know is a racing game with a ton of speed boosts in it. So yeah, you start off and with a ton of speed boosts and these things which give you coins instead of, I guess, regular coins in here. I kind of like that addition they added. So basically, there isn't any coins, I don't think, except for those, but there are those things. So, yeah. Then you go on a couple more turns. Notice we're in anti-grav mode, gravity. And then there's another turn with a shortcut you can take with the shroom. And then to the right, there's also another shortcut you would take with the shroom if you saw it. Maybe it might slow down for shroom to show it you. And yeah, there's some screens there and some other stuff. Couple more turns or shortcuts if you have mushrooms. But yeah, there's that. So what puts it on this list is, I guess I grabbed foot on some mushroom. I guess I don't really know. I just find it fun to play on, and I like the background and stuff. I like that they even put it in here. I like the shortcuts and other stuff. And I like the replacement for coins, just like in Hyrule Circuit. So there's that. And I guess that's all I have for her. That's all the thing has. Doesn't have too much, but I like it. Yeah. Alright, guys, so here is the shortcut. Almost missed that other ramp there. So, yeah, there's a shortcut there, and on to number 7. I think we're on number 7. Alright, on to number 7. Another track not from the, Mario series. We're really getting into those, but the next track here on this list, number 7, is Animal Crossing. Yeah, and for the most part, I find this amazing. I find this what's the word for it? Alright, let's just start playing this track before I get to that, but before I explain what I most like about it. But you start off with a ramp, turn. Those leaves may have apples in them, which are actually mushrooms, which give you boosts. And the coins now have stars on them. And notice your coin meter is now a bag, I guess, of money, bag full of money. But yeah, there's that. That I like. And then just like. But yeah, after you glide, which are a bunch of balloons on with push marks on, rainbow of balloons, I guess. You'll go over, take a left. There's this water that'll push you, careful not to fall in the sand like I did. Then you'll take another left over a small bump or thing, then a ramp, and then a left with another left with a shortcut on it. And by the way, I'm gonna hope that apple is still there to show you what I mean by apples. But yeah, there should be an apple somewhere. Yeah, there's an apple right there, and those are actually mushrooms, as you can see right there. So yeah, what puts this at this spot on my list, or at least mainly, is the changing seasons. The seasons are just... Here, I'll show you a different season. But yeah, you see now, last time we had fall. Now it's summertime. It's summer. So yeah, there's those changing seasons. There's also winter and spring, and each time it has a kind of different effect. In winter there's snowmen, in spring there's more ramps. But yeah, that about wraps it up for this spot on the list. Not sure if there's much more to say about this. The main thing was the changing seasons. So there's not really anything else to say. So I guess let's move on to number 6. Alright, and number 6 at this this top 10 is Big Blue. I don't know what these non-Mario tracks. I don't know what it is with them. A lot of non-Mario tracks are on this list. But yeah, it starts out with a left, and like you see, instead of coins, there's those stuff. And those electric wall things, they're pretty annoying. Then you took another left, up a ramp. There's also a higher one route with, although I'm not sure if it's slow or not, but it has a coin thing on it. And I got a retro right there. And the coins don't change other than the fact that there aren't any coins on the track unless someone dropped them. The coins don't change like how they look or something. So yeah, there's that lap, and then go over here, a couple lefts, or you can take this shortcut, which I didn't make. But if you get the right spot, you saw that there was an opening right before that, so if you did it a little bit before, then yeah. If you, like in Mario Kart 7 Farm Plant Slide, if you want to go faster, you can stay in the water. So there's that. And then on the final lap, there's these things that go backwards and forwards. So again, there's that. Then a hard left, or not a hard left, but lost my ritual. If you go on the green path on 200cc, there's a shortcut you can take that involves like drifting off of this, which I don't think can be. Okay, I didn't make it there, but then again, I did it later than I would have done it in 200cc. So yeah, there's that. A couple more turns or shortcuts if you have mushrooms, just like the other one, and then that's the end. I guess what makes this track stick out is I don't know. I just find it creative, and I just find it creative. The booster part, the shortcut, the just stuff in general. Alright, so number 5 on this list is from the Mario series, except it has never been seen in the Mario series. Mount Wario. The only thing that connects it to the Mario series is the Wario name in it. I mean, there has never really been a mountain that you could climb on from the games I've played, or at least from what I remember. There's been some snow levels in Mario Bros., but no actual mountain levels where you have to climb down or anything or stuff like that. But then again, I haven't played many Wario games, so it might be a Wario game. So yeah, you go and take some turns with a high route with stuff in them. There's a shortcut you can take on 200cc. Does not seem to work on anything else. Might work if you got 10 coins, but still. So yeah, then you go into a cave, and you have the choice of either gliding or to try and hit the speed boost on the rocks, or going in the fast rushing water to go faster. Yeah, there's a ramp, right turn, and as you see, it doesn't look like we're on a mountain. That's because we're about to go into a dam, Mario's dam. Uh, so yeah, then there's some speed boosts along the water that rushes down, so you could take those to try and speed up your, race. Um, then there's a thing, a shortcut you could take there, with the mushroom, or it'd still be a shortcut on 200cc, so there's that, and then there's a ton of these trees, which can sometimes be very hard to dodge. You could that, which also gives you good choices for good banana placement. And then there's these turns through a skiing course. I don't know about that. I haven't seen any of those yet in my days of Mario. But then there's this boost as you go down. What's the word for it? I've done something like that in Wii Plus, I think. But yeah, fly through those things to get a little boost on a right and left turn. That's pretty much it for this. Okay, and I'm not really sure what makes this on a list, but I still think it's really creative and really creative, and it is something new for me. So I guess let's move on to number 4. All right, and finally at number 4 we get a Mario track, thankfully. And yeah, so Bowser Castle takes us off because of the music, the HD graphics, the track, I guess most of the stuff. So you start off with the finish line words on fire, or the starting and finish line words on fire, and then take a couple turns, which can be very hard to make on 200cc. Then a couple more turns. Make sure to avoid the fire and the spiky ball thingy, which can sometimes be hard to avoid. There's a lot of challenge in this course, and also, I'm pretty sure that's where Dry Bowser is, you know. Kind of looks like Dry Bowser, just saying. So yeah, then you take a left turn and take a gliding route. I should have sounded more excited at that Dry Bowser part, because that Dry Bowser is so flippin' cool. I mean, amazing. I'm not sure, I'm still not sure which is the best Bowser Castle I've seen yet. There is also in the second lap, those fire statues start shooting lasers. That is also cool too. But for the most part, I really like the challenge in this course. There's a lot. It's kind of hard to avoid the fire bars and spiky balls sometimes, and rock punching Bowser. Sometimes it seems like he will punch the other side before, so you could be one side, so you go on the other side. But he I guess he just he punches the other side too soon, so you can't make it, and you'll have to either wait or go very far to the side and risk falling off. Like you said, I really like the challenge in this course. And also, I haven't mentioned those falling rocks yet. The crack is, you can use the crack in the ground if you're new to the game, you can look at the crack in the ground to see where the rocks fall. And also, yeah, I guess it's just a really good track in general, and I like the difficulty of challenge in it. There's that Arctic Bowser. And then there's the other stuff. I especially like the lava everywhere. I mean, you're not really racing at it, but even while you're sideways, you can see it still. And I especially like the music too. So there's that. Anyway, on to number 3. Alright, so again, there is no non-Mario tracks on this list, thankfully. There's a lot on this list, a lot of non-Mario tracks on this list, but number 3 is surprisingly Rainbow Road. So many don't think it's as exciting as it should be, but I say I don't know what it is, but some it might be something scoring extra points, such as my love for space, but there's that. You start off with a couple turns and fly into a space station, which I have to find is pretty cool with conveyor belts, as you can see. With some ramps on them. Then you fly again. Got hit there. Onto Rainbow Road, like at the beginning. And then there's this speed ramp where on 200cc you could take a shortcut on, I think, or either that was a different one. But yeah, you could take a shortcut off of it. And then there's this final turn with a bunch of speed ramps on the far edges that I usually don't go for because I kind of just don't want to fall off. I don't want to get too much speed and fall off there. Oh, and I'll go ahead and show you a shortcut. But I don't know. It might be my love for space that might be giving this thing extra points, but I just really like it. I like the space stations. I like those red thingies signaling how far you can fly. I like the conveyor belts. I like a lot of stuff. But yeah, I'll go and show you a shortcut this lap. There's the shortcut right there. So yeah, and I also like that star thingy that says Star Cup on it. At the final turn there. So yeah, that wraps it up for Rainbow Road. Let's move on to number 2. Alright, and number 2 at this list is Twomp Ruins. Now we're getting into the really good ones. Well, not like we weren't already getting to the really good ones. But yeah, it starts off, I guess a kind of ancient feeling for me. There's, you start off with a kind of U-turn there, and then a right turn, or you could just take a left and use a shortcut with a shroom or something. And then there's another turn where you can either go on the wall or go on the ground. The wall has speed boost and an item box, but there's less item boxes, so if there was someone right ahead of you, you aren't going to be getting an item box. So yeah, then and on the second lap, those big rolly thingies start rolling and there's this large thing of paths where you can turn around real quick to show you more, or look behind me. So yeah, there's a bunch of branching paths where you can go on the wall, go in the water, or glide over anything when those rolling things go. And a little thing, just make sure to avoid the twomp there. So yeah, then you continue into a cave, make a left turn, make a right turn with items on it. There's some big twomps there, and I'll show you the shortcut just a sec. Let's hope the bubble is soon enough to. Nope. Oh, man, I can't back up. So there's that. And the shortcuts right there. You can use a mushroom to make it through a patch of grass right there to go. But before I continue on, I want to show you this swamp. There's more like this. And those swamps give even a more of ancient feeling, because those vines and stuff, it lets you know that they've been there for a long time. I don't know really what it is, but it might be the music, but this kind of gives me like an ancient feeling to this. And then there's also this swamp here, which obviously Mario killed. I mean, seriously, Mario obviously killed it. Alright, so now that's done, let's go ahead and show you a shortcut how it's done with a star. Right here. Oh, damn. So, but yeah, you saw how you do the shortcut with that. So, alright, so let's go ahead and move on to number 1. Alright, so far we've had Wild Woods, Hyrule Circuit, Mute City, Animal Crossing, Big Blue, Mount Wario, Bowser Castle, Rainbow Road, Swamp Ruins, and at number 1 is Cloud's Hot Cruise. Honestly, I really like this course. Has some music from Super Mario Galaxy or Super Mario Galaxy 2. Can't remember which one because I forget how the music sounds like, so I never really focused on it. But yeah, you start off with right turn, ramp, then there's a trampoline thingy. Then there's this. You can take the trampoline or the original path, although I'm pretty sure the trampoline is faster. Then another right turn, and then you go on to an airship, some other tracks that Bowser supplies. If you hit those barrels, then items could come out, such as bananas or green shells. And no, you can't pick them up. They actually hurt you if you run into them. Then you fly into a thundercloud where there's a bunch of speed boosts, but be careful not to hit the speed. Go towards the speed boost while the lightning is about to strike it. The speed boost will go slightly blue to tell you when the lightning's going to strike it. Alright. And after that, you'll get down and take the shortcut or go the original path, and then have a piranha plant bite you, and continue on to the second lap. And then there's those paratroopers cheering on us. There's that. And I like the airships in the background and other clouds in the background. I also like the surface of the cloud. It seems more like a cloud, and everything kind of fits in. The music, the airship, the thundercloud, the original clouds. The thunder cloud, I like how there's an actual platform in there, so it doesn't have to be bumpy in there like the original clouds, because clouds aren't smooth. So yeah, that I just find it very cool that we go onto an giant question mark box that has a vine growing out of it. I really like that part too. So yeah, this is what makes this number 1 on my list. I kind of just like everything with it instead of the other things where I like some of the stuff, but it has its issues, but not with this one. This track, I like this track. I like this track. There's pretty much nothing else for me to say. Other than thank you for watching. And goodbye. Goodbye, myself. I hate blue shells.